Hey, welcome to Chapter 7, Lesson 1, Congruency and Transformations. Our learning target or objective for this lesson is to use a series of transformations to create congruent figures. As you'll see, there are no vocabulary words for this lesson as we will be diving back into last chapter's vocab. Hey, let's get started. Okay, we're to determine if the two figures are congruent by using transformations. We have triangle ABC and triangle XYZ. Okay, first, what we're going to need to do, we're going to need to reflect. Let's reflect ABC over across the dotted line. See if we can match up with XYZ. So let's take this figure and we're going to clone it first. Then we're going to take our clone figure and we're going to flip it over. So it's going to be voila. So there, that's a reflection of triangle ABC. So now we just have to see if what else we can do. So we're going to just slide it up or translate it up here to XYZ. And look what we have there. So if we flipped it, so if we had a reflection of ABC over the dotted line, and then if we took it and translated it, or slid it over, we would have a fit. So when this can happen, we do have congruent figures. It would slide right over top of it. So we use two transformations. We used a reflection, and then we used a translation or a slide. So we did a flip and a slide, or a reflection and a translation to determine that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, let's take a peek at our next example. Next example we have looks like Tetris figures if you're used to Tetris. Okay, determine if the two figures are congruent by using transformations. So once again, we have our two figures, green on the left, I'm sorry, green on the right, blue on the left. I know on your copies they did not come out very well, so you might want to just want to write them down. Blue is on the left, green is on the right. And now we have, and here we have our figure. We're going to clone it once again. Then we're going to take a reflection of this one like we did in our last example. So we're going to flip it left and right. So boom, there would be our reflection of that figure. So now we're going to take that figure up to the green one, and then we're going to try to slide it in and see if it is a match. And obviously, as you can see, they do not line up. Figures do not line up, so they are not congruent figures because we cannot match up side to side. As you notice, the little output there on the right one, or the green one, is on the second one from the top, and the blue one is third from the top. So we try to flip or a reflection, then a translation, but that concluded that these two figures are not congruent, not congruent. Okay, once again, if you do not understand, always write down questions that you have. You can bring those into class or replay the video and watch again to see if you can understand it a second time. Let's hit on to our real world example. Ms. Martinez created the logo shown. What transformation did she use if the letter D is the pre-image and the letter P is the image? Are the two figures congruent? Okay, so let's take a look at D as our pre-image. We're going to take this up here. This is our pre-image. What's our first step we could do here? Let's try a 180-degree rotation. Oops. There we go. We're going to spin it 180 degrees. Now we're going to take it. If we spin it right around, see right there, that would give us a 180-degree rotation right there for the D. So now what can we do? What other transformation can we use to see if these two are? Yes, we can use a slide or a translation. We can just take this figure, we're going to slide it up, and it covers right over the P. So, what transformation did we use? We used rotation. Rotation. We rotated 180 degrees, and then we used translation. Translation, we slid it up, or slid it up to go over top of there. So this is how we use transformations to find out if figures are congruent or not. So again, any questions, please bring those on to class. And this concludes lesson 1.